Christian needs to go.
Okay. Deep breaths. Okay. Hey, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Rachel.
I'm an author.
I'm obviously also an author.
Even me. And we're here at the Libraries conference at Library.
And we are going to interview each other.
Yay!
So that you guys can learn more about us.
Yes.
And hopefully not be bored.
And we can learn more about us because it's our
Yes.
first time meeting.
Yay!
Yay! I've been stalking Rachel for years. Message her at least 72 times a week for advice.
Like, oh gosh, it's Melissa. No, I'm not. So, Melissa is the author of
Alright, I'm waiting. Let's do it.
The Guardians of Summerfeld, which has 4 books. The Cathedral of Cliffdale.
Yes.
Is number 3, The Hope of Hawkstone.
Yes.
And number 4 is The Balance of the Blood.
Yes.
What is the letter that the second one starts with?
The... Wait, hold on. Now you've got me stumped. F.
The Fight of the Fallen.
Got it.
The Fight of the Fallen. So that's the Guardians of Summerfeld series. And then there's the Legacy series. Is that your phone? That's obviously not my phone.
Sorry. Hello, darling.
Mommy?
Yes.
Can I come to Nan's house?
Nan's coming to the house later.
But can I see Santa?
Yes.
Thank you, love you, bye.
Bye. Okay. So that was the...
Okay, then we have the Legacy trilogy.
Yes.
And the first one is Legacy. Or the Legacy.
The Legacy.
The Legacy. The Legion.
Yes.
Is that number 2?
Yes.
And the Legend.
Yes!
And then the Traveller,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm interested to read because I'm in it.
Yes, you are. Can you ever? Rachel. Main character Rachel.
Main character Rachel. And
Hello?
Hello.
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 When is Nan coming?
Later, babe. But mommy's got to go. Okay, mommy's very busy. Very busy and important. Okay, love you. Bye. She recently learned how to dial my number. Such a good shirt. Alright, we have to see Rachel's shirt. Guardian. You know, like Guardians of Summerfeld. Because she's so much. Yeah.
My Guardians. They were my Guardians, right?
So you got
at
the Traveller.
And then there is Rainfall. Then there was a short, My Name is Simon.
Yes.
And the most recent release was Riven.
Yes.
Is that all of them?
I can't believe it. I'm like, I really thought you were going to get foxed. I was like, I'm going to win this one. Okay. So now I have to go. And I've actually read 6 of the 11.
Yes.
No, and then there's Scarlet and Raven, which are the novellas.
Yeah, we can
So,
do this.
okay, 13 though, like legit 13. Okay, the Trouble series, which is the sweet contemporary romance.
Mm-hmm.
The Trouble with Flying. Is
Yes.
Flying the first one?
Yes.
The Trouble with Falling.
Yes. That's
Trouble
the
with
last one.
Flirting.
Yes. That's number 2.
And the Trouble with...
When you
No one should hang on.
pretend.
Faking!
Yes.
Okay, Creepy Hollow is going to be quite hard because, okay.
They all have fairies.
Yeah, they all have fairies. So I could just like a fairy, it's a fairy prince.
Number 2.
Oh, fairy wall.
3.
Oh, it's the first one, man. A fairy's secret?
That's number 4.
Fairy's revenge? The fairy guardian.
That's the first one.
Yes! Okay.
That's
I know glass fairy, so it's number 6.
Mm.
I know what happens in that book.
It's when you put the bad magic on someone else.
Fairy's curse.
Yes.
Okay. I did like Calla's story.
Thank you.
I did fangirl hard over Calla's story, only because of the male protag though. Okay, so look at us. We know each other so well, right? Okay.
I just have to put out there that Melissa totally plagiarized my whole series.
After Rachel copied mine.
I got there first. I believe.
I don't actually think you did.
When did you start publishing yours?
When did you start publishing yours?
I asked you first.
2002.
No way.
2013. Oh no, Guardians was later.
By a year.
Oh, Guardians was even later. So when I started reading Rachel's first book, the first few chapters I was like, oh, this girl's like a little thief, little book thief, that's what she is, because there's so many similarities. But then they do definitely soften. Like as the series went on, I was like, okay, maybe she didn't steal my whole idea, just the beginning of my idea.
Just like the names of them.
So many names and like tattoos and the symbolism and the...
There's the tattoo on the wrist.
Do you know what yours looks like?
Not exactly.
Do you know?
Yes, you know what yours looks like.
No, well the thing is I kind of knew that it was like this S shape and everything, but I didn't actually have a visual image. And then a young girl that loves the series WhatsApped me and asked me what it looked like because she wants to have a tattoo on her wrist. And I was like,
I think I've been asked the same
A, maybe you need to ask your mum, and B, I'm totally gonna find your picture. But it made me think like I actually think I should have drawn it or...
Yeah, like if you have beautiful hardback covers or something, the symbol would be on the spine.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Or hidden symbol on the in a cover.
Yes.
And then you take it off, it's got those secret
Caramel.
Something like that, yeah.
I heard they all had different on the inside. It's like one of the few books I have read recently.
How many books do you read a month? Or a year?
Less than one per month.
Really?
It depends. I read Guardians of Summerfell #1 very quickly.
Because you felt huge pressure.
Yes.
So you needed to own up to you. I mean, you read it so long ago, didn't you? 2013. So that would have been, you're probably fast to read it back.
I read it in 2013 and then I went back in time.
And to 2012 and you wrote
in 2012.
Yeah. Nothing is impossible.
You have a book called The Time Traveler. Does that have...
Oh, you forgot about the clockkeeper.
Oh yes, that's
So
right.
did I.
That's not The Time Traveler, that was The Traveler.
Yes,
The
it's
other
the
one-
clockkeeper. Oh my gosh, yes, no, that's another one of mine. Oh, you steal that attention. No, yeah, I do have it. It is about time, so you could definitely have done it. It's more likely that you went back in time and stole my idea than that I read your book and stole yours, let's be honest.
Okay, wait, I do have it. It's just a mid-question. Okay, first of all, you've probably answered this many times, but where did the idea come from for Guardians of Summerfell, since that is the most similar to my series?
Actually, I read this amazing book, and I'm joking. I'd written The Legacy, and The Legacy is very dystopian, like Hunger Games-y. And I'm such a Twilight. Like Twilight, it's still to this day one of my favorite. Like I've reread it so many times. So, but yeah, so Guardians, very heavily influenced by Twilight in respect of the fairies play the lesser role, whereas yours is all about the fairies. For me, the fairies are just one of 10 species that reside within the city, and the Guardians are actually human. And there is this very nice vampire man that is kind of like a key to everything. Like he's like...
Is he the one in the first book?
Yes.
I have only read one.
One's better than none though, right?
Guardians of Summerfell book so far. And the vampire is very interesting and I want to find out more about him. So is this the vampire you're talking about?
Yes.
Drake.
Yes, Drake.
Does he continue on?
He continues on. So he's like one of the main protagonists. So it's also that whole forbidden romance between this guardian and the difference is the vampires aren't just like scary mythological things. They actually, for the girl who's falling for him, he's like her enemy, like an ultimate enemy. Like literally she spends her life protecting these creatures from him, people like him. So it's cool. But yeah, Noah's Ark was always like a very big inspiration for the city itself.
So for anyone who doesn't know much about the series, it's because there's several magical species that are under attack and they're going to possibly end up extinct.
Yes.
We don't want that to happen, so then this magical city was formed to protect them.
Yes, put them inside.
Like the Ark was to save all the animals back in the day.
But we only have like 10 magical species, not all of them.
Many.
Not all of them, just 10. Yeah, so I do like the whole Ark thing. But think that tropes are done and they shouldn't be used and everything, but I love them. Like you give me a book with a love triangle and I'm hooked. I'm like, and I'll have my team and I'm like, do you know what I mean? So
there's a reason that they've become tropes.
Yes.
Because so
people
many people
love them. It's like forbidden love, another trope. Gotta do it.
I really love the forbidden love one. But you have to come up with like a good enough reason.
Yes,
like
why they do it.
For it to be forbidden. forbidden love.
Yes.
Like, I think Cassandra Clare has done really well with that, with her Immortal
That's the one where it's her brother and then it's not her brother and then it could be her brother and might be her brother. You never know if it's a brother and then it's not.
So in the beginning, and they like start falling for each other, and at the end of the book, you're like, what? This reveal that they're brother and sister, and you're like, that
freaked
can't
me
be.
out. Freaked me out. I have a brother. Do you have a brother?
Yes.
Freaked me
I was
out.
just not thinking about that. Was not
You know, I was like, no. That like almost like too much. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like,
I was like, that is a very legitimate reason for them to be forbidden love.
Yeah.
And then in the Infernal Devices, Clockwork Angel and others, there it turned out to be that the guy had a curse on him that meant that anyone he loves will end up dying.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's also like
there's got to be like a legit reason.
Yes.
It can't just be like, oh, my mom don't like you.
like my family doesn't like him.
Yeah.
So what?
Sorry, Romeo and Juliet, Liberland.
sorry, Shakespeare.
Sorry, well. I want to know about you with Creepy Hollow. I've kind of read a lot of your bio though, and obviously it's really for the magazine, so I do kind of know the history of it. But like for me, what fascinated me with you was like using the stylus and opening the gate. Like it was very different. You also like what I find in writing mythical creatures, and that is to try and break the mold of them, which I found you did well with the fairies. Like I was expecting a certain thing, and what I got was.
Were you expecting the little?
No, I knew they'd be badass kick-ass fairies. Like I thought nobody fangirls that hard over Tinkerbell, so I knew that I would expect like quite like grungy, edgy fairies. But what I didn't expect was the types of magic and that they use. Like that, I found that you had a very original concept, like using the stylus and the traveling and do you know what I mean? It's like a blend of like an urban fantasy versus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to know like how did you sit down and say, okay, this is what my fairies are going to be able to do, and this is how I'm going to make them different from other fairies, because fairies are big at the moment, fairies and dragons. I don't know, but I crushed it.
That answer.
Did you plot it out? Like, did as you went along figure, oh, I need some way for them to communicate and I don't want to know? Did it kind of
it was more like a
progressive?
I am definitely more of a pantser than a plotter. So I kind of had like the basic world and the basic idea of what the characters would be like.
Okay.
And then as I started writing, it was kind of like, well, how are they going to communicate with each other? Okay.
I loved it though. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. Exactly like the amblers and stuff. Like that's going out of the box and out of the. Yeah. She's phoning again.
Okay, then I wanted to ask you. So that's not distracting at all.
She will keep phoning. She's persistent. She's like a mother.
Your settings, were the names of some of your places influenced by anything in real life? Because I noticed
yes, in some of
Giant's Castle and Cathedral Peak
are mountains.
I was like, those are real places in this province.
Yes, and do you know what? I was actually driving to the animal farm with my kids, and in Summerfeld, you know the Summerfeld, right? Yeah.
Wait, so Summerfeld is real too?
Summerfeld is real. Summerfeld is a horse property, but it's spelled Summerfeld with a V. But obviously, I appealed to American readers, and I knew they'd say Summerveld. So I was like, no. So I changed it to an F, and it's actually so funny because a couple of South African people said to me, "Oh, that's like our horsey province. It's just different spelling." And I was kind of like, "No, yeah, that's what's the point." On the way in there, the road names are really beautiful. Like there's Cliffdale Road, so the Cathedral of Cliffdale came from that, and there's Hawkstone Road, the Hope of Hawkstone. So I was driving along and I was kind of going, oh, these names are so pretty, and they suit a fantasy setting.
Yeah, they do.
Same as the Drakensberg. I mean, it does mean like Dragon's Mountain.
Yes.
So I did take a lot of the place names and mountain ranges and street names and used them all to build the world.
That's so cool.
It's kind of cool, huh? I thought it was fantastic.
That definitely makes you the plagiarist and not me.
Actually, oh my gosh, yeah, true. I had a bona fide idea. You went, No, yeah, so it is very, very cool. And there's lots of pretty like places here. So
that's so cool because I'm a huge lover of the Drakensberg. So anyone who has no idea where we are right now, we are in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. This is the province where I grew up. And did you also grow up here?
Yeah.
And Melissa lives here now. And I now live in Cape Town, which is on the other side of the country. But every year when I was a kid, we used to go for holidays to the Drakensberg.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Which,
the mountains.
As Melissa just said, means Dragon's Peak.
Yeah, Dragon's Mountain. Bird's Mountain. Yeah, it's Dragon's Peak. Dragon's Mountain.
There is something called Dragon's Peak in English.
Yes.
Like
Well,
in English words.
there's one of the actual resorts is Dragon's
Yes.
Peak, and the other one is
And
that
Cathedral.
Giant's Castle, Cathedral
Yes.
Peak. There's all of them. So yeah, I totally used all those names.
So I was really excited when I saw that in the book. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's like from the real place or it's just like a coincidence.
No, or real. Because that's the Midlands, and it's from like the whole Midlands, from the Midlands to the Berg is so beautiful.
Yes.
So yeah, we do live in a
That's
beautiful
really
place. It is cool. I try really hard to Americanize it, but obviously I don't have. So there's some that obviously slip through, and people that are just more forgiving than others.
Yeah.
And other people are like, oh, no, we don't walk down the corridor. We traverse the hall. And I'm like, I'm sorry. A hall to me is massive. You've got a really big house.
One of the phrases that it always slips in and I forget about it is the phrase "just now," which we use a lot.
Yes, and nobody knows what
which
it means.
means like just now,
Shortly.
as in, like shortly,
Soonish.
a little bit of time in the future, or a little bit of time in the past.
Yes.
Like it happened just now.
And for them it
But
means like
just now, like right now.
Right now, I'm going to get up and do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even noticed that when I went to Australia to see my family. They also were like, just now. My brother's girlfriends were like, it's okay, just now. I'm relaxing. They're like, but just now.
So,
Yeah, I have a question.
okay,
I want to ask you about, seeing as I have so many kids and you have none, which I find grossly unfair.
I have 3 dogs.
I have 2 dogs and 6 rabbits. I know, I have 6 rabbits. I had 14 rabbits and I have 6 rabbits.
Okay.
So when is Rachel Morgan gonna have babies?
Babies?
Have babies. I have to
Like in
ask
real
because
life?
you know you've crossed that 30 mark, right? It's all happening now. This is when it all
31
starts.
and a half.
Yeah, the grey hairs start.
They have,
and,
yeah, I found like 1 or 2.
Yes. So yeah. So is there a plan to have anytime soon, or
What do you mean by soon?
like just now? Which could be any time in the next 4 years.
Okay, just now.
Just now.
Anytime.
Rachel will be having children just now. For you Americans, she is not in labor. She's going to have them a little bit later. No.
Like in the next 4 years, maybe.
Yes, okay. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you is your travel series.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't read the travel series, but they are on my TBR, obviously.
Fine, like all of your books are on my TBR.
Yes, but I'm interested to read it because I find it very fascinating how you've done the fantasy and then you've done the romance. And I've done the fantasy and I've done the romance. And so how did the travel series come about? Like you were writing this fantasy and that, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, I was writing fantasy, which was like epic and cool, but also kind of tiring, I guess, to write about like fighting and wars and the end of the world and people dying and stuff. Really hectic.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, yes, I was finishing Fairy War and I was reading some like YA contemporary stuff. Real world, light-hearted, teen sort of
Romance.
sweet
Like
romance.
Rainbow Rowell?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like less
Angsty.
less
Okay.
angsty. Or like a little bit angsty but in a different way.
Okay.
And I enjoyed that, and even though I really love the fantasy and obviously my series, I love that, I just wanted to do something
Take a
different.
break.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is so you find it easier to do the contemporary?
I actually don't. I thought that it would be easy.
I was going to say, because I find it so much harder to write the romance and stuff.
I thought that I could easily write 4 books in a year as a full-time author, because I planned all 4 of the travel series first, and I'm like, I can do, definitely in a year. It's be easy. It's like real life. You don't have to make up a world. It's just romance. And then
No, I find it so much harder because of the filler. Because in your fantasy, you can just go into the next fight scene or the next.
What happens if the world's not ending?
Yes,
Like
it's just
you're
2
not
people falling in
fighting
love.
to protect each other. If it's just romance, like you gotta find other stuff to put in.
No, but you have to be so careful, don't you, that you don't like have it become boring. And
Yeah.
so I have to cut a lot out when I'm done with romance, whereas with my other stuff I don't. Okay, thanks for listening in, and it's been awesome.
Hope you found it interesting.
Yes.
Hope you're still watching.
And I hope you
This many
believe
minutes
that
later.
Rachel plagiarized me. Yeah.
You definitely plagiarized me.
No, you plagiarized me.
Because I think we've established that I got there first.
And I think we've established that time travel is possible.
But I still got there first. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna end this debate now.
Rachel did it, Rachel! I don't know. know, do you think we should like...
What do you want to say?
I don't know. What do you want to say? I didn't bring a script. You need to tell me what to say. Something like that. Should we do that? We did a light check on each other and she literally screamed and she was like, oh! I was like, oh! And I imagined this thing calling and she said, you've got grey hair. And I was like, I'd so rather have last. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I almost threw Rachel through a window earlier and she refused to go in.
So my suitcase, because I just came from the airport, was in a classroom and the classroom was locked and I wanted to get something and the window was open. And Melissa was like, I can just give you a boost.
Yeah, I could totally boost it. And you know what? If I had my phone out, that would have been the best intro to this video. Like Rachel's arms going into the window. Like,
it would have got a great shot of my butt.
Yes, it would have been brilliant. I was just okay.
Oh yeah, I want to be late for the actual reason that we're here.
Yeah, which is to be like, last call for Rachel Morgan and Melissa Delport. Where are they? Wait till she phones me like, because that is hysterical. How many times have we interrupted?